All right, Taurus, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for August 7th through the 13th. My name is Athen. So a lot taking place this week. We have the solar eclipse coming up over the weekend on Sunday for most of us. And leading into it, quite a few aspects. We've got Mars trining up to Uranus, Mercury squaring up to Pluto. That'll be the energies for the weekday. And then as we go into the weekend, this Mercury sextiling Venus, the Sun opposing Chiron, and then of course this solar eclipse here happening in your fourth house. So let's go ahead and talk about that solar eclipse, and then we'll talk about the week leading into it. So with this, the fourth house is of course everything that has to do with our sentiments, our emotional body, and usually in a more tangible sense, home, family, and everything that we're connected to that we consider our roots in life. So it might be something tangible like transformations and new beginnings in regards to your home life. Some of you might be moving or renovating, things like that. Might have to do with family, maybe new family members, new relationships with family members, things like that. So whatever you consider your roots, perhaps a transformational change happening as we go into next week during the solar eclipse. So one thing that's significant about this is that you've already had a lot of energy here in the fourth. Venus, your ruler, is now direct this week, which is fantastic. So whereas things since the end of July have been more of the introverted, perhaps you've been redoing, reworking who you are, your identity, and then maybe even your routine and your health and your daily work environment, all of those things start to move forward quite easily now this week. And that's going to be significant for you because, again, we are talking about your ruler. And with your ruler in that fourth house, I think you can certainly enjoy spending time at home, spending time with family, all of these fourth house related things, connecting on emotional levels, etc. Mars is here. There should be great determination and great assertiveness to assert your feelings, which is good. And then Jupiter here is also creating possibilities and expansion with that. So seeing those possibilities and, of course, grounding them is always the best way to work with Jupiter. But in either case, this is a solar eclipse that will be, the energies over the next 6 months until the next eclipses at the springtime of next year. So it's always a good time to kind of go within, reflect, plant new seeds, and consider these new beginnings which are shaping up for you in regards to that fourth house. So as you approach that solar eclipse, the energies of this week will be dying down, coming to more of that lowering of energies. But right off the bat, Monday through really Wednesday, Mars is going to be trining up to Uranus. So this is actually a very nice transit. It's very good for mixing up the daily routine and really, seeing things that it's more about ourselves. We understand more about ourselves during this time period. We break away from our normal encounters, our normal routines, and we really have a sense of aliveness. So this is all probably relating to some new, again, this is going to depend on your personal chart, but maybe some things literally shaping up and some new opportunities involved with that fourth house of yours. So whatever it might be, it could be good news. It could be coming in from organizations or friends or collective sort of things, which is the 11th house, your ideals, maybe sort of coming into a manifestation, if you will. But in either case, it's exciting. So Monday through Thursday, good excitement. And I think it's fantastic to channel that into, especially the home and family fourth house matters. Now, of course, there's other areas of life. This might have to do with your relationships since Mars rules your 12th. And it might also have to do with taking it easy and relaxing since Mars rules your 12th as well. It'll be through that relaxation and taking it easy that you'll find perhaps more energy because your energies are lower right now. Mars and the Sun are at the bottom of the chart, and they're going to start making their way up to the top over the next coming months. So you are in this more emotional, more introverted kind of time period, all of the things being considered. But, it is a good time to work on and putting that Mars energy into anything that is emotional or sentimental to you. So that's quite exciting. Now, there is this kind of mixed energy with it. Mercury is going to be squaring up to Pluto. So sometimes this is kind of an obsession kind of a thinking. Mercury's our thoughts, and this is in your house of self-expression. So if you guys have been perhaps focused on or thinking about or maybe, reworking or redoing how you express yourself, this is a very good week to do so if you're intent on really going deep, understanding more about yourself on that level very deeply, but at the same time being willing to make change because this square energy, especially with Pluto, is about change, and it's great when we're the agent of that change and we want that change, and then we're working with the square versus if we kind of shy away from it, then it can seem a little bit intense. It can seem a little bit like we might be obsessing about some of the self-expression stuff or the fun or playfulness of that fifth house, and maybe even trying to express ourselves too harshly, and that could create frustrations and things like that. So I think understanding more about ourselves is the best way to work with this kind of transit, especially with the way that you express yourself. Now, so that's pretty much the work week, as you can see here, Monday through Friday. And then going into the weekend, Friday and into next week, we have some new aspects. One is this Mercury sextiling up to Venus energy. So this is involving your ruler, so it's quite significant. I think there's this leisureliness about the weekend. Good time to perhaps relax. It's a chance to rest. So I think that's a good way of working with it. And it might have to do with, again, this energy that hopefully you did construct this week, maybe with the routine and things like that, which will enable you to do that. But it could just be a good time to spend, with friends or family or anyone else that you have a relationship with, since it is Venus. But it could also be a time where you guys are just good at figuring things out. Mercury sextiling up to the ruler means a weekend of maybe reading, writing, studying, things like that could be quite enjoyable for you. So that's part of it. And then the other part is that the sun is going to be opposing up to Chiron. And this is all part of the solar eclipse energy as well. So here with this, you guys have perhaps been going through a sort of healing with your work or career, and that's been sort of a spiritual thing for you, nebulous. It's been important for you to rest and relax in regards to those areas. So the key is to balance, make sure you are getting that rest, that healing work with the career stuff, which will help neutralize and balance out a lot of this energy in that area and in your fourth house. This is, the personal life with the public life. And the home and then work. So finding the middle path with that has been very important for you guys, and that's going to be increasingly important over the weekend, especially because Jupiter is going to be opposing up to Neptune. So there are a lot of ideals. There are a lot of this, optimism about the future with home and family, and maybe with the career, and that's great. Just keep it grounded, deal with it on a level playing field. And as long as you're willing to deal with things for how they are and see things for how they are, that's a really good way of working with it. And again, it's really seeing that in order to have a good career life, things have to be good in the home or family side of things and vice versa. So finding out that really those are two areas that aren't very different at all. And they're very much the same. And one just has to do with what's on the inside, one has to do with what's on the outside, but they both have to do with our foundations in life. So in either case, I think there's a healing taking place with that. I think there's also a good way to see those visions as long as they're staying grounded and you're applying them, because again, this is all this new energy that's shaping up for you here with this solar eclipse, which is very practical, and making choices that are in alignment with both what's good for your career, what's good for your home and family, and really noticing that they're really not very different. So Taurus, have a good week. Thanks for watching. If you're new to this form of astrology, do check the description down below because your sign might be different. And if you'd like a personal reading, please get in touch. Have a good one. See you all next time.